Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the month of November in my Archer and Olive notebook, and this month I'm using the Maple Spice journaling kit from Plannerface. So I just have the 2-page journaling kit. I think there's still a couple of these in the shop, but it is from last year, so I'm not 100% sure if they'll still be available. I have my monthly scripts also from Plannerface, and then I just have a sticky paper again from Plannerface, which I'm going to use on my cover page. I've got 3 washi tapes this month. This one is from Paper Chase and is probably going to be a nightmare to work with. This autumn one is from Plannerface, and then this grey grid one is from Wisporia. I'm also using 2 mild liners this month, so I've got the grey and the dark blue from the regular set that you can get in the UK. And I think that's everything, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my washi waterfall. As I did last month, I have penned in a few bits and pieces already just to save a bit of time. My phone storage keeps getting full, so I just want to avoid my filming getting cut off like halfway through. So as I've been doing all year, I'm just lining the edge of the page with my first washi tape. I think this page is just on like the edge of one of the, what's the word, signatures of the journal. I found that out recently, that that's what the bits of each like clump of paper is called. Yeah, so there's a little bit of like a weird seam going on, but we should be all good. And then I'll add in my next washi tape, lining it up, just a little bit of an overlap to that previous washi tape. Okay, let's try and do that a little bit better. Great. And then our last one. So you can kind of hear with this washi tape from Paper Chase, it's old, it's not the stickiest anymore. And I do tend to have issues with these ones peeling. But after a couple days of being shut in a book, it should be fine. Okay, and then I'm going to trim off the excess of all of these and then trim off the paper. Okay, so I'm super happy with how that's turned out. I wasn't 100% sure about using this pink washi with this autumnal washi, but I think once all the kit's down, it will make more sense, because at the moment I feel like the colours are clashing a little bit. But let's move over to my highlights page. So as always, this is the page where I will add in all of my pictures and highlights from the month. I'm thinking of expanding the highlights page for 2026. I am starting to think about what I want my planning to look like. I've got a couple journal ideas. I'm still going to be sharing my regular memory planning here, but I also have my Hobonichi as more of like a pre-planner, so I feel like this might finally be the time for me to let go of having a like drawn out calendar in this journal, or at least not like a full drawn out calendar like I have at the moment, because it still feels a bit weird having a planner with no like monthly calendars, even though I don't really use it. Get them up there. So I'm thinking of doing like maybe little like monthly check-ins with my planner, kind of like or like planner updates, kind of like Helen from Coffee Monsters Co does, just for the planners and journals that I don't want to like film. I'm sure this wooden spoon can fit in there somewhere. So I'm just gonna let it in highlights. Cool, and then for this page, I'm just gonna have my monthly script. And I was going to take a little bit of this sticky paper from Plannerface, maybe from down the bottom with these like ink smudges. Okay, so I could have cut that a little straighter. It seems silly to have this like little cup down here that says like hello fall, even though we're like deep into autumn now. Okay, as I've said in previous Plan With Me's where I've had like the decorative journaling kit as well as the regular one, I really like having the sticky papers, even if it was just like, it seems silly to have like sticky craft paper, but like the fact that you can move it around a bit, it's just makes it so much less stressful to put it down. I think we'll go for a floral in the corner. And then off center November slightly. I think I might leave it like that, like nice and simple. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Now we can move on to my one line a day and my trackers page. So as always, I'm just going to colour in the edge. So I got this pen from, I think, Southwest Planner Club, and I don't know, it looks like a mild liner almost, not quite, but it's a really cute brown colour. And I feel like fits the vibe a little bit better for my edge highlight. This whole spread is a lot more neutral than I normally go. My version of neutrals is more like grey. But I was really struggling to find a kit that I wanted to use for November because there's a lot of Christmas stuff out already and it's obviously not Christmas yet. And I wanted a like restful setup for November because I have a lot going on. So hopefully just having some calm colours will be nice and restful. I'm also considering not having my trackers in my like main journal for next year, which again sounds really weird to me, but I'm tracking everything in my Hobonichi weeks at the moment, so it's kind of redundant to have it in two places. I don't know, it's all still a work in progress. But then I said this year that I was gonna change things up as I went through the year, and then I never actually changed anything up because I really liked how I'd set things to work. Okay, I'm gonna do all of my numbers. So there's 30 days in November. We're not gonna forget how many days there are like we did for October. Fab, and then I'm gonna do my one line or my every other line highlight. So I think I'll use the blue on my trackers. I'm hoping, so I've had spreads, I've had these monthly spreads before where it's been too much different colours and I've really struggled to like use it because it just looked overwhelming once I started filling it in. So I'm hoping that having lots of neutral colours will help that, because I've just realised I've added an extra pen and I've yeah, got a lot of colours going on. So then we can add in our headers. So this is my one line a day and trackers, and then the things that I am tracking: water, physio, skincare, eczema, no spend, vitamins, and then I have steps, and then my mood tracker. I think my mood tracker will probably stay in this. That's more memory keeping than trackers and stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna let the pen dry and then we will be on for the last set of pages. Okay, so now we're on to my calendar and my goals and reflection page. Again, I'm gonna do my edge highlight in brown. So yeah, I've been thinking about how I'm gonna change my monthly setup to really focus more on the memory keeping aspect of this journal, seeing as I've got much more of my planning happening in my Hobonichi weeks. So I'm feeling like more space for one line a day and like journaling and stuff, and more space for my highlights over like pre-planning stuff like calendars. But for now, just so that this whole notebook has the same monthly in, because now that it has had the same monthly in for 10 months, I feel like it needs to finish off with the same monthly. I can change it up in the new year. So I know exactly how I've been setting these up. It's nice and simple. I know where all my stickers go. And yeah, it's worked for me this year. But the pre-planning aspect and like not having anywhere to like jot stuff down has not worked out for me so well. I kept forgetting things and have become incredibly unorganized. That's pink. So I've already started my Hobonichi. Okay, I really like how that's turned out. Let's do some headers. So it is November. I'm also setting this up on November 1st, which is not ideal, but could be worse. Could be November 2nd. Challenges, wins, a quote, lessons. This reflection is really working for me at the moment though. So I think I'm going to keep my reflection the same, maybe give it a whole page, and then have more journaling space. I think I'm gonna, include a little bit of goals, but not loads. Although I don't really include much goals in this either, it's just a couple bullet points. I've often found that setting like really rigid goals just does not work for me. So it has to be very fluid. Otherwise I will just ignore it. Okay, and then I'll finally start using that blue that I pulled out at the beginning. And, I need to do all the dates on my calendar. I think I'm trying to put together something for the month of December, like YouTube wise. So I might try out some video ideas for next year in that month. See how they go. Okay, and then we will fill in a bit of this calendar. So a little sneak peek. Here's my Hobonichi. So we're gonna colour in the bottoms of the days where I am not working. I just remembered I got some new tweezers, which are kind of like an oil slick metal, and they kind of match these scissors I got from Southwest Planner Club. And I've been thinking of getting like angled tweezers for a while. So what better time to try and use them for the first time than on camera. So I'm just using the usual transparent icons from Plannerface. So I'm just going to add in my payday. There's one birthday this month and it is my cousin's on the 11th. I have a appointment on the 4th. I'm getting my annual haircut. And then I have a doctor's appointment on the 20th. And then the car is getting serviced on the 25th. I'm also going for a meal with my mum and dad tomorrow. And then I am going to see Bad Omens on the 29th. Okay, so I love these tweezers already. They're my new favourite. Okay, so that is it for the setup, but let's take a quick flip through. So we have my highlights page and my cover page, my one line a day and my trackers, and my calendar, goals and reflection page. Now I have actually done my October reflection, so we can have a quick look through how October has ended up looking. So I absolutely love how my highlights page is looking. I've got the cute little pictures of like Reggie in his Halloween costume and some pictures from the Zuteki Spooky Meet. And then we have my completely filled in one line a day and trackers. So this really does end up looking like a wall of text. And then my calendar, goals and reflection page end up looking kind of like this. As I always forget to say, I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and also mention me for a freebie. And if you've made it this far in the video, leave me a little autumnal leaf emoji in the comments. That is it for this video, friends. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!